Is the world on the brink of a third world war? Ukraine's prime minister seems to think so. Ukraine's prime minister, Denis Shmyhal, has sounded a chilling warning. If Ukraine loses its ongoing conflict with Russia, he warns, it could precipitate nothing less than a third world war. This stark prediction comes as he pleads with the US Congress to pass a long-stalled foreign aid bill. Shmyhal isn't merely making a plea, he's issuing a rallying cry. He's calling on the US lawmakers to pass a contentious measure, a measure that has the potential to change the course of this conflict. This measure has a staggering $61 billion earmarked for Kiev. It's a weighty sum, one that could tip the balance in Ukraine's favor. The House of Representatives is poised to vote on this package on Saturday. The proposal isn't just about Ukraine, it also includes funding for Israel and the Indo-Pacific. But for Shmyhal, the focus is clear. It's about Ukraine's survival. Russia, however, remains dismissive. In their view, any fresh American aid for Ukraine won't alter the situation on the battlefield. They see the frontline situation as unfavorable to Kiev, but Shmyhal remains undeterred. In an interview with the BBC in Washington, D.C., Prime Minister Shmyhal was resolute. When asked about the U.S. security assistance, he said, "We need this money yesterday, not tomorrow, not today." His urgency is palpable. He went on to say, "If we will not protect, Ukraine will fall," adding that, "So the global system of security will be destroyed, and all the world will need to find a new system of security, or there will be many conflicts, many such kinds of wars, and in the end of the day, it could lead to the Third World War." With the situation on the front line looking unfavorable to Kiev, Prime Minister Shmyhal insists, "We need this money yesterday, not tomorrow, not today." This isn't the first time Ukraine has issued such a grave warning. Just last year, President Volodymyr Zelensky cautioned that if Russia emerged victorious in the conflict, the consequences could escalate far beyond the borders of his country. He predicted that Poland could be next in line for invasion, a move that could potentially trigger World War III. Quite a chilling scenario, isn't it? Now, Russia has dismissed these claims as nothing more than Western scaremongering. President Vladimir Putin himself last month waved off suggestions that Russia might one day attack Eastern Europe as complete nonsense. A bold denial given the current state of affairs, but here's the thing. Despite Russia's strong denials, Ukraine's leaders remain steadfast in their warnings. They insist that this isn't just about Ukraine or Russia anymore. It's about the security of the entire world. They believe that the global system of security is teetering on a precipice, and a defeat for Ukraine could send it tumbling down. Despite Russia's denial, Ukraine's leaders insist that the security of the world hangs in the balance. But the fight isn't just on the battlefield, it's also in the halls of the US Congress. Indeed, a political battle is raging within the United States, echoing the physical conflict thousands of miles away in Ukraine. The right wing of the Republican Party has been a significant roadblock, stalling potential assistance to Ukraine for months on end. Their opposition isn't without reason, at least in their eyes. These lawmakers have expressed strong objections to sending tens of billions of dollars in aid overseas, particularly without first passing funds for US-Mexico border security. Their stance has created a stalemate, where the desperate needs of a nation at war are pitted against domestic concerns and political interests. But not everyone in the political arena sees it that way. President Joe Biden has been unequivocal in his stance. He has pledged to sign the package into law immediately, once it gets the green light from Congress. His words underscore the gravity of the situation. To send a message to the world, we stand with our friends. This isn't just about sending a message, though. It's about real, tangible help. Ukraine is critically dependent on weapon supplies from the US and the West to keep fighting. Without this aid, they are left outmanned and outgunned, forced into retreat because of ammunition rationing and falling morale. As the political battle rages on, the stakes continue to climb. Every day that the aid remains stalled is another day Ukraine must fight with dwindling resources. It's not just a matter of politics anymore, it's a matter of survival. As the political battle continues, Ukraine remains critically dependent on weapon supplies from the US and the West to keep fighting. And so the world watches, waiting to see how this political battle in the halls of Congress will shape the future of a nation and potentially the